So I'm 2 hours behind.
He is homeless, as you know. When was the last time we actually had you? We were at your shop for our non-live version, but
it's true.
when
I was home
when
for a
we go
month and a half.
live, you're not home. So it's thank you for joining us tonight. So we should have a good time. We're going to be talking about different home automation, different smart home things you can do as a parent with your kids to make
Are we up?
parenting easier or worse. Yeah, we're live. Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, see, we're just a little delayed. It's all good. But yeah, we're gonna talk about being a smart home as a parent, and we've got smart home news. And if we have some time, I've got a little game for us to play at the end of the show here. But let's get started here. We got some smart home news. So I can pull that up here. So, all right, smart home news. We're gonna start with little news from LG. Now, as you know, they purchased Atham, which owns Homey Pro. So a lot of speculation as to what's going to be going on with that. But in the meantime, they have launched a brand new hub, the Think On. I think that's how I pronounce it. Think On. It's a Matter thread hub, and it's looks kind of interesting. I'm not really in the market for a new hub, I don't believe, but just because I have hubs, a lot of hubs already. But it's interesting that they would launch a new hub right now with the Homey Pro now under the same umbrella. So what do you got? What do you guys think about
all
this?
the technology and just put it into their own. That's all right.
Well, I mean, is that what's going to happen? I mean, I'm a little bit worried about. I love the Homey Pro. You guys know I love the Homey Pro. Is this concerning a little bit for those of us that like the Homey that they're going to eventually do this and bring it just under their own umbrella and only take the parts they like and cast aside the Homey? Or what do you think?
I don't think so.
Strong possibility.
I think it's like maybe it could be like a situation like where like Ring and Blink, they're owned by the same, but they keep the brands separate, so capture more market share.
Yeah, there's the hub right there. So, yeah, I mean, I hope they keep it separate. So LG has had a hub, a Think hub, for a while now. It basically just controls some of their own devices, but this brings Matter into the fold and Wi-Fi devices as well. So I'm sure they're bringing a lot of those integrations in from Homey, which is part of why they bought it. But hopefully they will continue to support both. But this is being launched in there's a show in Germany right now, which is where it's being launched, a home automation show in Germany. So more information will be coming in the next couple of days because it hasn't officially it's been announced, but they haven't shown all the details. They're saving that for the show. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But I mean, it's always good when people are innovating in the smart home space, but it does concern me a little bit as a Homey Pro user. So next bit of news we've got is the Cyber SwitchBot, which is an interesting company. If I can open this up, SwitchBot has launched a new wallet finder. I mean, basically, this is an Apple key or Apple tag, AirTag for your wallet. See if I can pull up a picture of it, which I think is interesting. SwitchBot. I know, Brandon, you're a huge fan of SwitchBot.
Oh yeah, I mean, they make the most elegant looking devices out there. Just a thing of beauty.
They really do. They really do. But this one actually doesn't look too bad. I'm trying to find it here if I can pull it up. Where'd we go?
I got it. You can keep talking.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
No, I got it right here. Boom. There we go. All right. So here's the wallet. You can see it there. Or it's basically a card that you stick in your wallet, and you can help find your wallet. If someone takes it, you can track it. It's got audio, functionality. So if you are looking for your wallet at your house, you can have it beep, and you can find it by the beep. So for me, I lose my wallet, my keys all the time, and it would just save time. It's a alert for where's the last pair of pants I wore. It's basically where my wallet usually is.
There you
but
go.
It's nice. So I think it looks okay. It does look better than a lot of the SwitchBot stuff. Brandon, I agree with you. Some of the SwitchBot stuff is not the most appealing, but Yeah, this one looks nice. Should fit in the wallet. So
Reminds me of the Eufy one. Like Eufy has almost the exact same product. So
well, good for
I
you.
think I have one around here.
Oh yeah.
I would have to
I
use the
think-
tracker.
You know what?
thing
I
to
bet there's a way to
it.
find it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have the nice part about it seems like the SwitchBot one though is that it's works natively with Apple, but I have this one, which is Tile, which looks awfully specific to to the SwitchBot, but obviously this doesn't work with Apple natively, so that seems like a would be a huge win for me.
I mean,
in my
I think
book.
that's one of the biggest things is that it is native to Apple, so it'll work presumably with your HomeKit and stuff. And I just like the idea of being able to go into my, pull up my phone and right there on the homepage, I could have a button, I'm assuming, where I can just have it beep and find my wallet and save stress out of my life. So I think should be a pretty cool feature.
I
All right.
agree.
Yeah. So moving on, our next piece of news. I don't have any visuals for this, but I just got an email. Philips Hue has 4 new modes coming with their light bulbs, which is kind of cool. I don't exactly know what they are. I haven't seen them, but they have Cosmos, Enchant, Sunbeam, and Underwater mode, which I'm kind of intrigued by. I've got a few Hue bulbs. I like my Hue bulbs. They have current scenes right now. They've got like a flicker mode and like a fire mode, and the flicker mode is kind of cool if you want that kind of fire effect. And I just think an underwater mode would be kind of cool. So do you guys? I know, Bren, you've got a lot of Hue bulbs.
I'm trying to see if is this something I can access now, or
I don't think it's available yet. They kind of announced that it's coming. So
I'm gonna check though for good measure.
I feel like it's kind of like, I mean, they're a little bit late to the game because obviously like Govee, and they have all sorts of different lighting effects and stuff. Where Hue, I feel like, is just starting to kind of get into it, and I do also have a lot of Hue stuff, so it'd be kind of cool that they're adding some more lighting effects in.
Yeah,
sure.
so I have Whiz bulbs, as we know. Yay, Whiz, which are terrible, but they do have some cool modes in there. Like I have my LED lights are actually, I use kind of their underwater mode when I'm watching television. It's just kind of a blue kind of a fun effect while the TV's on. And so to be able to do that with a Philips Hue, I think would be kind of neat. So it's just kind of fun to see that Philips Hue is adding that to their bulbs. I
see that. I was gonna say, I said see in the app right now that they added a bunch of different color scenes, but I don't see any scenes that are like moving scenes. But
if you go to effect, I see new.
Yeah, it's effect. Sorry, it's not scenes.
Yeah,
effects.
yeah.
Effects is the right word. Yeah.
Candles, which
Yeah.
is pretty neat. Fireplace. I should probably like move the light into the shot here, huh? Oh dear. Oh.
So Fred is saying in the chat, he says, if LG smartphones are any indication, we are doomed regarding the Homey Pro, I'm assuming. So hopefully that's not an indication, because I want my Homey Pro to work and survive and live and be great. But yeah, so
these new effects are pretty slick. I don't see the 4 newest ones you mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think the new ones are released
yet. The other
yet.
ones are pretty cool, and I hadn't seen them before, so there you go.
Yeah, they've been around for a little bit. I don't remember exactly when they came out, but the fire one's kind of the fire one is the one that's the most intriguing, I guess. Used.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice romantic night by the pretend fire.
Me. It's just slightly out of reach. I can't. The cord doesn't stretch any further. Otherwise, I'd show you.
Oh, I pull it up. So nice. So yeah,
I can't find effects in my app.
I had to click into the specific device, so I went into like wall lamp. I couldn't get to it from like the group.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the app for the Hue is the best app in the world. It's not the worst app.
It's not. It's not.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst. There's definitely worse apps there, but you can get what you need to do. But it's just takes a little time to figure it out sometimes. So
interesting.
I have to use your brilliant control pad to control it.
Well, speaking,
I wonder if they have effects on there. I know they have scenes, but
they do.
Speaking of the brilliant control pad, do you guys want to take that bit of smart home news?
Oh, for sure. So a couple of investors bought them or kept them afloat, I suppose. So now it'll be known as Brilliant Next Gen. and we'll see what they come up with. But the good news is the store's back up and got the cloud support and all that fun stuff. So hasn't been completely bricked yet.
Yeah, so it sounds so. Have people who had the Brilliant control pads, they've been okay? Have they lost?
They've still worked, I guess.
Okay.
I have a friend that
They were still
got one of
connected to the
ones that I
cloud
had before, and his is still working.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it sounds now that they've got an investor, and it sounds like they're gonna be okay at least for a while. Based on the article, it does say that they're going to be moving away from the DIYers and focusing more on the professional installs with the Brilliant controller, which probably makes sense. They can sell them in bulk that way, and sounds like they can try to move into maybe apartment units, hotels, that sort of thing.
So builders, new construction, and then multifamily seemed like that was really where their focus was.
I mean, I feel like at their price level,
move or not,
probably needed to do that.
Yeah. So I mean, what are they? They're a couple $100 like at the low end, right? And they go up from there.
Yeah.
$300 for the single gang box.
Yeah. So and they're cloud controlled, right? Like they're always cloud. They're not a local control devices at all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one of the most disappointing parts about it. It adds quite a bit of delay. It makes like the camera feed like completely worthless. It's like by the time you get it to pull up, the person's already gone. So the intercom is okay, but I didn't think the camera was that great.
I thought its best uses were for lighting scenes. Like I use it in my living room, so like to turn on the different lights for the TV lights, like the Hue sync box, things like that. It was a little
and music
easier
control too through Sonos. That was pretty good. You could like see the song and select the next one. That was nice to have.
Yeah, Brandon, you're very quiet. If you could figure out a way to turn your mic up a little bit, would be.
How's this?
It's better. It's better. I'll give you that. So so that's it for the smart home news this week. Other than we're going to CDIA tomorrow, right? No, the next day. Probably not tomorrow. That'd be bad. We're going on Thursday to CDIA.
Well, Vince will be there tomorrow. He's gonna beat us out there.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. You're going early.
Yeah, I redid all of my flights to make sure that I was still coming. So I had to reroute from Seattle. But I'm riding home with you guys on Friday. So that's exciting.
Nice. Yeah. So that'll be fun going to Denver. CDIA, again, is a conference for essentially professional integrators, doing the nice fancy houses.
Do I need to go over the abbreviation again?
I don't remember. I don't remember what it stands for.
Electronic
I don't care what it stands for.
Device Installer Association.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
See,
Great job,
wouldn't
Brandon.
It be?
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Name your name. Long names are the best names as far as I'm concerned.
I feel like they made the name up so that it's spelt CDIA. So then,
well, they need they're competing with CES. They had it like, okay, let's start with the CE and then just change it a little bit, right? And so they went with that, and that's good. But yeah, so it'll be fun. Heading to CDIA. I was there last year. I've been there 2 years in a row actually, and they have a lot of fun, cool stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about this at the end of the show. I got a couple things planned for you guys here regarding that. But CDIA is coming up. So if there's any thing you guys want us in the show or people watching, if you want us to check out, leave us a comment. The list, if you go to CDIA, probably CDIA.com. Google
Seems
CDIA,
like a .org situation.
.org, whatever. Google CDIA and find the vendor list. And if there's somebody like, hey, check that out for me, we'll check that out for you because we're going to be there and we got nothing else to do. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. But I want to move on now from our news, unless you guys have any other news, exciting, important news topics.
Oh, not really. Tomorrow I'm actually going to film a new tour here at the house and share all my new updates. Woo! It's been a while. So
you're gonna show your update of your vacuum?
Yeah, I want to show that.
Ooh, yeah, there was a poo incident again. So the Roborock from not this year, but the year before, not so good with the object recognition. And the cat pooped in the corner and spread it all over our basement. So that sucked.
Did you send in another vacuum to clean up the mess from that vacuum, or was it?
Yeah, it was called my wife.
Ah.
So,
Damn.
yeah,
calling her a
we
robot
teamworked
then.
it. I threw up a little bit in the corner. She did most of the cleaning. I
Don't
threw away
blame me
the
there. Oh my
vacuum.
gosh.
I said, you know what? Be gone.
Yeah,
You
And then
failed me.
did you send the vacuum back to Roborock?
I should have. I didn't though. I sent it straight to the garbage, and then I went into my closet, pulled out a different one, and installed
right.
that.
Brandon has disposable robot vacuums.
It's a
That's how he
really
rolls.
first world problem here. But no, it was a disaster. It was gross. It was as bad or worse than you imagine it would be because it just snail trailed that shit literally all over. Fortunately, there's no carpet in that space, so that was
Okay.
one
Could have been
good
worse.
thing.
Could have been worse.
Oh my god, it stunk. It stunk so bad.
I just can't. That's amazing. That's amazing. Don't. Yeah.
Don't get.
I like how he says again. Like we had a poop incident again.
We did.
I have
we did.
never had.
No.
I've never had a
the other one.
robot
We had
poop
one
incident.
upstairs that was pretty bad. Poopkin. What we need is better trained pets.
Yeah,
they're old.
We have like some sort of like AI recognition where the vacuum will come out, and if it sees the dog or cat about to squat, it'll like run into them at fast speeds to get them.
Or if
Spray
it
them
could
with a
like
bottle.
extend like a tray so it could poop
Oh,
on
yeah.
the, it follows around.
Like a
on the
poo-poo
tray.
platter.
A poo-poo platter. Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
Or just like better recognitions that it doesn't just full on roll over it. Like, yeah.
Right.
People, they use the rubber poo for their testing. My house is real world testing. Everything we do is real.
Yeah, and
So,
maybe get
speak
like
from experience.
they need
Don't buy that model.
Is there a scent testing technology that they could
should build
incorporate
that
into
in.
the vacuum?
Yeah, you just have to throw it away. I mean, like once it gets in the wheels and it gets in there. I cleaned it one time, and this time I was like, you know what? No,
I've got 10 of these. Gone.
I mean, it was a later model. It's fine. It's fine. I had another one. Now we got the narwhal going over there, so that's neat.
I was say, don't you? They had the new Roborock, the one with the autofill, and is like $700 or $800 off right now.
That's a crazy deal.
Wow!
Did you guys see Rob's video about like the budget? His budget is like up to $400.
I saw that.
To me,
he
is
made
one
a
of a
video.
mid-range. But did you see that video?
I saw that he made one.
It's really good. He's very thorough in his.
I know the hookup.
He didn't use any real cat poop, but it still was good.
If you've never watched the hookup, that channel, like he does a better job at thoroughly reviewing smart home products than probably anybody out there. So, good job for him. He goes.
But spoiler: Roborock Q Revo or something like that, or Q5 Plus. One of the Q series ones was the best, which is in line with my recommendation. So I was pretty thrilled that his scientific results came very close to my, just testing it around my house results.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. I'm impressed that people that can do those in-depth reviews. I prefer to do 3-minute reviews of marketing materials for smart buttons. And
yeah, it was great stuff. I loved your innuendos. I'm surprised you haven't had more views on that one.
I thought that was gonna. If you guys haven't seen my last video, I put it out on Saturday. I think I reviewed what the Linksure smart button. I think I've got it somewhere. But the smart button it's a great idea. Like I said in the video, it doesn't work quite as well as I'd want to, but the ads they had for it were amazing. They like literally inferred that you were gonna have a great night in the bedroom if you had the smart button. So it was just very funny.
Hey, you really leaned into it. I like that.
I had to. I like that's
Paul Hibbert level editing there. It was good stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It was good. I like the video.
It cracked me up so much. So I was very happy I was able to make that video. I don't think they were very happy that I did make the video, but I was happy that I got to. Whatever.
I mean, if you leave yourself open like that with that type of advertising.
I know. It's like, honestly, has anybody ever gotten any action of any sort because of a smart home device? No, not a chance.
I think they probably stole like the idea of that marketing from like I think it was Flick or another button where like they push the button and then like he's on a couch with a girl and they're making out and a bunch of condoms come falling from the ceiling because he pushes the buttons.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. I'll have to find it and send it out.
I guess
it's hilarious.
Maybe people are having better luck with these smart home devices than I am, but it's not the reality that I'm aware of. So,
speaking of lovemaking,
segue into our main topic.
Yeah, you know what happened
causes children.
Exactly. Yes, the end result is kids. And what do you do with a smart home and kids? And the answer is quite a bit. There's quite a lot. I was when we came up with this idea for this topic today, I was kind of going through what the automations that I have, the devices I have in my home relating to kids and how it makes raising kids better or worse. And I've got quite a lot going on in the house, and there's quite a few things that I think as parents, your smart home can make your life easy in some ways, as long as you don't kind of go overboard. But I was wondering, I know Brandon does not have any children, so he's gonna
that I'm aware of.
So. Right? Yes, I'm sure that's the issue. He
did Brandon did the 23andMe just to hope to see if someday if one will come out of the woodwork.
Papa,
he just got the and me. That's all I came back. Just the me. There's no 23. All right. But yeah, so he's not gonna have a whole lot to say about the kid thing. But Vince and I, we each got a couple kids and been doing the smart home thing for a while. So Vince, what do you give me some ideas for like some of your favorite either devices or automations that you have that help with the kids or that the kids love?
Man, I feel like not most, but a lot of my automations are built around the kids, from contact sensors for doors or garbage cans opening to remind them to shut the front door, the refrigerator door, all sorts of stuff. But my favorite ones that I have for them is like their morning routines. So I use I don't have to get up with them in the morning when they go to school. So I have Miss A has an alarm, and I use the wake up routine with all the lights. It tells them what they need to do in the morning. Like it'll announce it through the echo. And then I have a school bus routine so that, I have different lights and then announcements in the house when they got to go outside. I've been looking to kind of refine that here, this within the next 6 months. I was trying to figure out how to get some sort of tracking in my area on the buses so that when it gets close, I can do automations with home assistants around that. Unfortunately, where I live, they don't have the GPS tracking that they have, but I know that some school systems, not mine, but track their buses and it allows for parents to access those. So, but yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones is the morning routine and then getting them on the bus routine. How about you? I saw your video. You did that one too.
I absolutely stole that from you. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, if I do have a video about setting up a school routine, I use my Habitat and the LED lights I have in the kitchen. And yeah, it's just based on time. It's awesome. So it gives them a warning with a green light when it's kind of getting close. Purple light means you better be wrapping up, and red light means you need to be out the door, now or you're going to miss the bus. And it works. It works okay, it doesn't work for my kids. I'll be honest. It works for me to know that I need to start yelling at my kids is pretty much how it works. Because maybe yours are more disciplined than, well, yeah, it depends.
Mine, I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to get out of bed even.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I just wake up and they're gone. They just... I still have to clean up bowls of milk on the counter and stuff, but for the most part, they're out and they're gone.
Oh, I would love our kids. I went to get my one son up at 6:30 in the morning to get him out of. He has to leave before 7 to get to school. So, and that is not going to happen if we're not helping out. But at least the lights give us all an indication that we got to hustle, we got to hurry, we got to do all that. So. You
just need to tell them that if they miss the bus, that they have to walk to school. That was usually what I said. So nobody wants to walk to school.
They're not that dumb, unfortunately. That's they're in junior high. They know that school is 5 miles away. I'm not going to make them walk 5 miles to school.
Maybe you should, Pete.
Maybe I should. And And then they'd be like, well, it's time to go home. Better turn around.
It'll only take like an hour and a half or 5 miles.
Do this in the winter, and then child services shows up at his house.
Exactly. See, Brandon's tracking all this. He's going to get us all in trouble. Yeah, so that LED thing, that is awesome. Like I said, I use that. It's amazing. Great idea by you that I copied. So thank you for that.
Yeah, Brandon took that video. If you want to see my video and Pete's, but Brandon, it's on Brandon's channel for that one.
Yeah. If you want to know how to do it, this guy's channel right here. But
we just want to see the cool stuff.
Right.
Fun tours.
Exactly.
So. And I've also, with that automation though, like, so we're a blended house, so we don't have kids all the time. And so I don't want it to run all the time. So with Home Assistant, I have the kids' tablets and phones synced up so that it won't run if they're not in the house. So I just did that this last year. So instead of it waking me up when no one's there.
What if they forget their tablet at your house?
Interesting.
They wouldn't. I mean, it's like forgetting your car keys for them.
They need it for school. Like their tablets are
fair enough.
Everything. By the way,
kids
tablets are the worst.
Seem to be glued to those things.
They have to do all their assignments. Everything they hand in is in the tablet. By the way, tablets are the worst ever. Like my son's in high school, he finally gets a computer, but the tablets doing math, and it's terrible. If you are a school board member, tablets suck. Don't ever use them. They're terrible. They're the worst. But that's for another show. All right. So my number one device I think you need as a parent, smart home device, is you got to get some sort of whether it's an Echo or Google Dot or whatever. You got to get some sort of a voice assistant specific for the kids to put in their bedroom especially before they have a phone, because it gives them freedom to do things without bothering you. This is very important as far as I'm concerned. They can listen to their music with that. They can control the lights in their bedroom with that. I've got to think about my kids have LED lights in their bedroom, so they can set their controls, turn them on. They can set their own alarms with that. And like I said, sometimes they do. We'll see. But I think that's like very important if you're a parent. It's awesome. So
I would say, I mean, I also have similar, like I have nighttime routines. So like I have smart plugs that are plugged into their TV. So it automatically turns off the TV at a certain time. So they can't, like once it gets past 10 o'clock. So we usually have a bedtime at 9 o'clock, and then they can watch TV for an hour or whatever to chill out. And then the TV will turn off automatically at 10 o'clock, and they can't turn it back on. Also, if you don't already have it in your house and you have kids, you can, it's blanking in my mind right now, but basically it's a device where, and sometimes it's built into the Wi-Fi mesh routers, but it has like parental controls, so you can turn off specific devices at specific times. So can't use their phones, can't use their tablets once it gets past a certain time. Mine is built into my Wi-Fi mesh system, but I know there's other brands out there where you can automatically connect it without having it built into your mesh Wi-Fi.
Does your router track activity even if you're in like private mode? I know with Unify we upgraded to, it does. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
I have no idea. I mean, if my son's watching, absolutely yes, we can track everything you do. So. But I have no idea.
I mean, that seems like it'd be something that's worth monitoring and
for sure,
maybe having a fun conversation.
The other smart home device that I use for the kids is, except for the one that has a cell phone, only one of them has a cell phone, but the other ones all have Apple AirTags on like their stuff, like their backpacks and stuff. Unfortunately, we've lost kids for short periods of time. Like they've decided to take the bus and then decide to walk somewhere instead of going into the school a couple times. So I definitely recommended some tracking devices. They have like now new devices where they come in watches that has built-in LTE built right into it. So I feel like those are good investments for kids as well.
Yeah, and until they, at some point they figure that out and they can I can just take this off my wrist and my parents will think that I'm at my friend's house. And
I mean, you probably don't need to track them past like 13 or 14 years old.
That's what I want to track them the most.
But then they have a phone. But then they have a phone, and then you're tracking them anyways.
Good point.
And no one goes anywhere without their phone,
Yeah, well, that's why they get burners, right? They have we'll put all of our real phones at at Jimmy's house, and then we'll all take our burners to the rave party with the shrooms. And
Burners. What is your kid dealing in drugs or what? Like,
I
how?
hope
Where's he getting
so.
all
He's
the?
gotta
Where's
make
he?
some
Where's he
money.
getting all this extra money?
Plus,
Have a burner
would need
phone.
to have like all the crazy apps and stuff. So like that would be pretty expensive. Kids are lucky to get like an iPhone at all, let alone 2 iPhones.
I know.
And there's like software out there too, right? Like is it Life 360 or 365?
Yep, Life 360. You can track a lot of things, and the iPhone itself, you can track a lot of things, or you can at least control the kind of content they have on their phones and the hours they can use certain things on the phone, which is a really nice thing. One thing that I've definitely appreciated, like you said, you can turn devices off at a certain time, but now the kids have sleepovers sometimes, right, at the house. You can just say, oh, TV's going off at 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. or whatever time like it's going off. So be done. And there's nothing they can do about it, which is great. Or you can test them too. I did this last time. Like, how late did you stay? I didn't set it to go off. I just want to see how late you stay up. But I could track it, right? I could definitely see how late the TV was on. I could see when the lights went off, all this stuff in the logs. And I'm like, how late were you up last night? Oh, I don't know, maybe 2. It was 4:30.
I mean, shit, that happens to me when I'm playing video games way too late. I get into Diablo session, and my wife's like, "What time did you come to bed last night?" I'm like, "Oh, smart home's gonna rat me out." So. Same with like letting the dog out. Like, when was the dog out last? So, guess what? We can check and see exactly when the door opened last.
Mm-hmm. Is that why there was poop on your basement floor? Because you didn't let the animals out at the right time. But all right, I
also have I use those. I was telling on the last show that we had, but using those Yale cabinet locks for locking my snack cabinet to keep the kids out, so they don't come and take my snacks in the middle of the night.
Yep, I like that.
Snacks and booze, which I have the extra plugs for you. I keep forgetting to bring them to
you. No need for a little while.
Yeah. Well, now I gotta wait to get the lawnmowers back to you. Shoot. Whatever.
By the time I get it back, that thing,
it'll be winter. Pete's gonna use it next.
I can't wait for Pete to use it.
His lawn is a lot flatter than ours, though.
It should be good. I think it'll be good. I finally got. By the way, Ego is finally sending me a new battery for my lawnmower today. I finally got him to convince him to send me a new battery for the
nice
crap mower. But I'd love
to
test
out. Did you accept the bidet offer that you had gotten to test a bidet?
I've not yet accepted it. There's a certain member of the household that's not keen on it. We're working on that. Because it's
Jeffrey on here makes a good point too, but he's saying contact sensors for the liquor cabinet. So I actually have I have the same locks, those Yale cabinet locks on the liquor cabinet too. So they work pretty good. Not just the snacks, also the liquor.
Right. Yep, very, especially as the kids get older. Definitely, that's a good
priorities.
A good idea. Are there any smart home devices that you think are not a great idea if you have kids? There's a few things that come to mind, and I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. First of all, well, number one is robot vacuums. That's one of my kids' chores. So, like, I got a robot vacuum. Like, you still got to do. They still need some responsibility in their lives. So the robot vacuum with the kids, you've got a vacuum and it does what you want it to do in a terrible fashion. That's your children. So that is one thing that I don't know if you need it as a parent. The other thing is these are good and bad, but switches. Like that's my favorite thing about the smart home right now is that the switches will turn lights off when they're left on, automatically at night, or I can have a button that turns everything off. But at the same time, my kids have not learned to turn off switches, right? So I've maybe done a poor job parenting because things just go off automatically, or they get, so I haven't trained them very well to be good citizens and save energy and all that, turning off their own lights. So I don't know what your thoughts are, guys. I don't know what your thoughts in the chat are. Are switches a good thing, or maybe not? Maybe not when you have kids that need to learn how to turn off switches. What do you think?
I think it's like a double-edged sword, because I have you have motion sensors that turn off lights and turn them on, so they don't have to, because otherwise they forget anyways. I think it's just like ADD thing for kids. Like they forget what they're doing 2 seconds after they do it.
Well, so do I. But
Especially like the bathroom. Like of all my, I only have like motion sensors for lights in a couple rooms. Like I have a hallway and then both the bathrooms because they are terrible. Not only do they not flush, but they also don't turn off the lights or wash their hands. So
yeah, how can we automate washing hands? There's got to be a way to do that. Maybe that's a.
Maybe just have like if the water doesn't get turned on, but they start walking like out the door, it'll yell
like
at them.
Like it could
change
announce
them
the
or
whole
something?
house. Yeah, announce to the whole house and all of your speakers that.
That so and so's got pee hands.
Yeah, I like that
Johnny
idea.
didn't wash his hands.
Yeah, and how would you know? Now we need to figure out a way to make so you know you can name the person that didn't wash your hands.
Like some sort of facial recognition. Just put like I don't know.
What would you put? Okay, what would you put to determine the flow of determine if the water went on or off?
Like the mowing. Like what?
Yeah, you could do like that
seems like
the valve was open.
Pricey to do that. That's like a really expensive solution to a minor problem.
Yeah,
you can also.
It has a level of shame built in, so that's important.
Don't quote me on this.
Is key.
But I think that you can if you had an Echo in your bathroom, you can detect running water, and so you could use that. It uses the sound of running water.
Really?
Yep. There's a automation trigger that in there, so maybe figure something out with that. That was like in an update last year, like because it has like can detect also like a noise from a washer or dryer, like if like a cycle is done.
Oh yeah,
you need to test this out. Let us get back to us. Like
I got the kids not flushing thing down because my toilet is smart and automatically flushes itself, so I never have to worry about.
See, you've ruined them now.
Itself too?
Imagine they're gonna get married someday.
It doesn't clean the pee off the seat because I'll have all boys.
Like maybe you're on a cruise or something, and then afterwards you got some issues. You really need that toilet cleaned. Can it just do that?
Do you want to tell us more about your cruise, Brandon? Brandon was just on a cruise last week. Suddenly his cruise stories.
It was either the norovirus or something. It was not fun.
Oh man,
the cruise
really?
was great up until about the 6th day, and then
Oh wow, that sucks, man. That's how many? Was it just a 24-hour thing, or was it?
I think it's starting to get better.
Oh man,
hopefully.
I feel
it was
for
not
you.
good. I learned that you're not supposed to eat like the buffet, like salads in particular, and apparently like the eggs or like powdered eggs or something that should be avoided. These things that you should probably learn before going on a cruise. But
figure it out as you go. That's the way
you're correct, Jeffrey. I do need one. I have one, but I had to remove it because it was the wrong size. That was one thing too. Like came back home, I was like, "Oh, we have the good toilet paper here."
Brandon needs a bidet sponsor like Pete to put one in.
Well, I should just get it. I can always take it out if I don't like it. Right? If I don't like the smart toilet, I can.
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you have an outlet?
I think that would be impossible. It's impossible to not like it.
I don't have an outlet nearby, so I'll have to put in a new outlet. But
that's okay.
I put in outlets before. It's not a big deal.
Good. I just like had a GFCI that was nearby, and then I just like swapped it out and made it into a GFCI outlet. So that worked out perfect.
Yeah, that's what I have to do is put a GFCI in there or run it.
Like, our tub or whatever has the GFCI for it. So
nice. Yeah,
you know,
get that figured out.
The content or the comments here about detecting when someone goes to the bathroom. Reed on his channel did like an episode on VOC detectors. So I'm wondering if you could put a VOC detector in your bathroom where you detect, particles. And so it activates some automation to make sure you wash your hands.
What's a VOC detector?
Like carbon monoxide, radon, volatile. There you go. Brandon's all good with these acronyms.
Or if there's PM 2.5 or greater particulate matter.
So, okay, could you put that on a robot vacuum, and would that help it avoid going over poop?
Ooh, perhaps.
I feel like it
Not
doesn't get
Global Rocket.
smelly until it's been broken open.
Yeah, that's true. Till it's
It's
too
like
late.
once it
already,
gets released.
yeah.
Although I guess it would stop it from making it worse, turning it into a Picasso. But
It's been the theme this month. Last month, I guess.
Indeed.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, okay. I think we've had enough of the poop talk for tonight, but thanks for joining us once again for Technical Difficulties, where we discuss bidets and other toilet matters. Yeah. So that's kind of what I had on my list, I suppose, for smart homes with kids. I did a couple other things I just wanted to add. I have a sensor on the garbage can. I did have a video on that, but you put a sensor in the garbage can so you know if it's been brought down to the curb or not. And tell the kids to do that or bring it up if it still hasn't been moved. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's just a vibration sensor on there, right? So you can tell if it's been moved.
I saw you like duct tape that on there. Pretty slick.
Duct tape solves everything, people.
Weapon.
Pete, you need a 3D printer like yesterday. To be able to like just you can make all that stuff on a 3D printer. Like,
do you know how long the duct tape took?
No need for duct taping.
Do you know how long the duct tape took me? The duct tape took 15 seconds tops, maybe. How long is my 3D printer going to take?
And it looks like
it's a
like
garbage can. Who cares what it looks like? It's the side of a garbage can. You don't need it's garbage. You don't need to look good.
Listen, your garbage can's got to be nice and clean and swanky in the neighborhood, all right?
No. It needs to hold garbage that gets taken away at some point. So, yeah. So that's
judging by Pete's comments, he doesn't wash his garbage can out. So just so everyone,
he's a filthy guy. One thing I'll add is that my nephew
brushing your teeth before going to the dentist. What's the point?
The smart lighting. Like my wife is not big on the smart lighting, but when I get that, I'll do a quick review, and then I often give it to my sister's kids, and they're just like they love it. They got the LEDs around the room. They got the whatever, they got parties and mood lighting. I don't know. They like it a lot. So that's neat. And then I've got some clients that actually have kids with autism, and I think this smart home tech has been really helpful for them, so they can get notified right away. You know, if the kid is out or whatever. Sounds like the kid's an animal, but it's not. But it's a real problem that you need to know what's going on, and so that's helpful. And then like even smart locks and things, peace of mind knowing, or like a video doorbell, even knowing that your kid's home and stuff. And the MyQ video door keypad, kind of neat for that. Just the only thing with that is the battery kind of sucks, but you at least get some video confirmation that hey, there's my kid. They're home.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. You definitely gotta have a smart lock if you have kids for the front door, so they can get in and out, and you can track when people are going in and out. But you don't have to, because my kids can come home and unlock the door. They don't have to have a hidden key or anything weird like I did when I was a kid. They just have a code, their own special code.
And do you get a notification too? I feel like that'd be nice to get if you're at work. Like, okay, Billy's home. Great.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, well, that's what I got for Smart Home with Kids. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Vince, anything else? Or are we moving on?
No, I think we covered it.
We've solved it. We have solved smart homes and children. You're welcome, everybody. So, we got a few minutes here left. Like I said, we're going to CDIA in a couple days. Again, it stands for something related to home tech integrators. Anyways, there's a lot of companies. This is a big convention. There's a lot of companies that go to this thing. Some of them we've heard of. Some of your big names are there. A lot of them we haven't heard of. And I have some companies here, guys, that I don't think you've ever heard of. I've never heard of them. But I want you to take a guess as to what they do. All right. So these two are all at CDIA, and we'll decide if we need to visit them. So,
I like this.
All right. First one, Ascendo.
Do they ascend into your room. Don't a chair go up and down the stairs situation.
No,
I got
nope.
nothing.
Yeah,
It's
Fred's
a
right.
escalator for your home.
It is not. It is a high performance cinema speaker. They make high performance cinema speakers.
That
Ascendo,
checks out, I guess.
Ascendo speakers. So Fred says Zeus is going to be there at CDIA. So yeah, we'll have to say hi to Agnes. So hello.
Agnes. That'd be cool. Hit them up. See if they want to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, they can
Heck
pay
yeah.
all the big money for this show. That'd be great. So all right. Next one's Domotes. DOMOTZ. Domotes. What does
Are they
Domotes
also
do?
a speaker company?
Not a speaker. I tried to mix it up a little bit. We don't have too many. They're not all speaker companies.
Is it a brand of smart mixing bowls?
I like the thought. No, it's much more boring. It's they do home IT infrastructure for advanced smart homes. So I didn't know
All
homes
right.
needed IT infrastructure, but if you have a nice home, I guess you need a whole IT infrastructure. So, all right, this is my favorite one. I should say, no, we'll do it now. All right, this is true. I'm not making this up. Furry Kid Technologies is going to be there at CDF. Furry Kid
Technologies?
Furry Kid Technologies. Not joking. A real company. What did they do?
Is this smart Rogaine for kids?
I'm gonna go with their like teddy bears that they put the tech into.
I like both of those guesses, especially the hair thing. But no, they make a universal remote control. I don't know how that's related to Furry Kid Technologies, but
Well, we
it
gotta
is.
check that out.
Is
Wait,
the remote furry? Is it like the stuffed animal remote?
Fred's saying they've been around for a while. How do you know about Furry Kid Technologies there, Fred? That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe he was referring to the previous result.
No, I'm gonna go with he's referring to Furry Kid Technologies. 'Cause that is funnier. So all right.
I like Todd's guess when he said smart backpack. I think that would have been another good one.
That'd have been nice. That would be nice.
R. Kelly Kids Cam startup. Dead.
There we go. Thank you, Jeffrey. R.
That's a
Kelly
good one.
Kids Cam startup. I love it. All right. Okay. Next one. How about the Bradley collection? What is the Bradley collection?
A bunch of Brads hanging around. That
It is.
it's just all your smart home shit.
I think I have no idea. It's so generic.
Is it don't? The Bradley collection makes motorized drapery rods. They make motorized drapery rods. I'm shocked you didn't know that.
Actually, you know what? I have heard of this. I was thinking way too deep.
All right. Well,
Likely story.
okay, we got a couple more here. How about
Fred said board games? That would have been a good one, Brad.
yeah, the Milton Bradley collection. I like it. I like it. All right. How about Severtson? Sever. Severtson. Severtson.
Like where? I know where you got the list from, but like, what?
We're gonna talk to all these people, and they're gonna give us all the money.
Audio? Is this to do with audio receivers?
It's not. It's close. They're
How about
custom
video
screens.
receivers?
No, they make custom screens. Custom screens for your home. Severtson custom screens. All right, I'm gonna do one more. All right,
Like
Movie
screens for your
Lab.
door, or like movie screens?
It's like movie screens.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So,
Mood
all
Lab.
right.
That's got to be like a lighting company. Duh.
Movie Lab. MUI
Oh.
Lab.
Movie Lab, huh? I'm still gonna go with lighting.
Lighting company. All right.
I'm gonna go with figurine bedside lamps that look like cows.
I like that. I like that.
I don't know how I didn't
It's
think of
actually
that.
you're closer than Brandon's guess. It's they make a wooden smart home controller. I actually want to check that. I actually do want to check this. It looks kind of neat. It's like just a.
We've seen this before. That
Have
was
we?
at CES. Yeah. That thing's never coming to market. Let me Google this.
I want one anyways. I want to check it out, and they're going to send me all of them.
Todd scented candles. That's what Todd said for that one.
Yeah,
I would see that one.
It's the wooden smart home controller. It looks maybe did we see it at the CES? Maybe you saw it at CES. I wasn't with you all 24 hours a day. So, anyways, I thought it was kind of interesting, kind of neat. So, but yeah, those are just some of the unique people that are going to be at CDIA coming out there. So, yeah, we just got
the movie. That thing is vaporware for sure.
Then why are they spending all the money to go to these conventions?
Calling them out on it. They're like, you gotta at some point you gotta ship this thing. They've been there, like they were at CES for many years now.
Okay, well, I didn't see them. I ignored them.
Yeah,
whatever. So they got money to burn, is what you're saying. Movie Labs with money to burn on their fake wooden controller.
They got the moolah.
Moolah. Indeed. So,
oh, guys, when I was in Seattle, I stayed at this hotel that had Somfy remotes or like shades, and they matched the motif. Like they had the blackout that was like to match the color. It was like a color fade. I should have took a picture of it, but it matched their pens and it matched all their other stuff. And they had smart lighting in throughout. It was very cool.
Did they have the Linksys controller to control it with, or?
So no, it was just touchpads on the
shut the shades and have fun with your wife with that. No.
It's the bow chicka wow wow button.
I should have used it. The bow chicka wow wow button. I love that. I love that. So, all right. So before we go, is there anything you guys are looking forward to, especially seeing at CDIA? Any besides Zeus, of course, we're excited to see Zeus and
so Josh is supposed to have something cool. We'll see. I
we
know
have some...
Power Shades has they copied Hunter Douglas basically, but they've got lighting built into their shades too. So that'll be kind of cool to see.
Oh, that's cool. We have some appointments set up, right?
With my pals.
That's right. Yep. Yeah. Going to hang out with the three. If we get to meet in person again, it'll be fun. So so we'll try to get some video for the next live. We can show some stuff. Whatever I can get with my camera and my phone, and so that's it. Any projects you want to mention before we go coming up? Brandon, you said you got some tours coming up. So is that tour of your house, you said?
Yeah, we're gonna film tomorrow morning. We'll do a new updated tour with all the new stuff I've been testing, and
nice.
Yeah, we'll see. It's been a while. Also, I shaved since the last tour, so there we go.
Hey,
way different.
That's a better look for you, by the way.
I think the theme I had last time was like Alexa took me back, and we still have her, but we've got some others, and now she's responding.
I don't think Innovelli is going to be there, Fred. Fred says maybe Innovelli is going to announce that they're going to make products that are actually in stock. So that would be a great announcement, but I don't think they're going to be there.
Bazinga!
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So well, I got a way to make your video coming up on how to make your smart smoke alarms smart with just a $30 Zeus product. Very cool. We'll tease this. That's gonna be fun. That'll be a video coming out at some point.
Don't tease it too much. Don't tease it too much. That's
I know.
Trade secret right there. We got to get our
excited about that. And so and then we'll be talking about CES or CDIA and all that good stuff. So again, thank you so much, you guys, for watching and chiming in. Love your comments. Thanks for following along live. And we are going to shut her down. So we will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.